Welcome back to the channel, ladies. We are going to get some planting in. Yeah, we're going to risk it a little bit. It is still a little cold ground temperature wise for me to trust on my first year to plant any corn just yet. So we are going to go get the planter set up for soybeans, double check the depth and everything. Yeah, that's right. I took the corn plates back out and put the soybeans back in. I need to start somewhere. And just talking to my dad, he said, it's not going to hurt to get these beans in a little early. Beans are pretty resistant to the cold and the weather and the wet. I shouldn't say resistant, but they are. They kind of pop up and do really well. We're just going to use this driveway for right now. Let's see. I got to start getting better at judging my edges, especially where the planter is. And I'm not quite close enough. I kind of figured that. I do have what they call auto steer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't pay for the extra bit of it. Yeah, it's going to keep me in a straight line. I pick point A, point B. I don't map around the field. It will not do my end rows for me. So, yeah, here we sit. All right, am I happy? What gear am I in? Let's pull that back a little bit. Gauge PTO. Marker. All right, let's give this a shot. Try to find my right settings. So far it looks good. Getting out there a little bit. And I'm turning the wheel way too much. Yep. I knew it. It's going to take me a bit to get used to this. Marker. Come on. Or not. Why isn't my marker lifting up, guys? Alright, so I'm just going to take this time, I guess, to jump out, check the marker, and we'll also check the depth of the seed and whatnot. Oh boy, I did. I forgot to hit the valve far enough. So she came down. She must have jumped. Looks about the right depth that I'm going for. All of our settings are still pretty good. Alright. Let's get some beans in the ground then. Kind of just to talk about why I back into my corners. I probably should give the railroad some more buffer here, but I really don't have to worry about it. I take all the water from the railroad, as you guys can see, and it's really not that much water that comes down the hill. Now, I go back and forth with a lot of farmers and say they will take and start farming the ditch, and before you know it, you just got a rounded off ditch. And you're like, why? And they say to plant every last inch. All right, then why don't you back into your corners? Well, it's too hard with this big equipment. It's just easier to make a big swooping turn, and then I don't have to fight it when I harvest corn. Soybeans doesn't really matter. But I was just like, just saying, you want to farm the ditch, all right, fine, but you're missing some of the others. So I tried to farm every last bit, and as you can see back there, should have got up a little higher compared to where I tilled, but looking at it, I don't think I'm going to want to combine that. We'll probably just let it grow up with volunteer grass, as long as the co-op guys don't kill it. And then next year I won't till as far up there. Alright, now we're sitting pretty freaking good. Not planting into the grass over there. We're just right on the edge of it. I think I'm going straight enough. I'm just going to set everything. I know, it's really not much to worry about, but I go back to saying, like I did before, if you want the ground and you're willing to farm a ditch, you should be willing to farm everything in the corners too. Let's see, markers, beautiful. Oh, you guys didn't see anything. Shh. Now, some people complain over and over that you're driving on the rows, you're doing way too much compaction on it. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Do I care? No. Especially with soybeans, it's not going to really affect it that much. And the minimal amount that you're actually driving over your rows, it's not like I'm running over the whole field with a roller. Obviously, soybeans, that's just fine. But a cornfield, no, you're not going to do that. So it's what I'm getting at is it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so my distance is off by quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to have to work on this GPS stuff. Alright, I think I can just leave everything run. Alright, yeah, we're gonna give this a shot here once. And see if I can't get this thing lined up with the marker. Which I thought I had the marker set, right? Because we were double planting back there on that one row. I mean, let's go give it a look here quick. I'm not going to get my tape measure out and be like, oh my gosh, we're off a 1/4 inch. I think we're lining up about right. We'll see how it does. Maybe I should go down to 22-inch rows. You never know. I just had a noob issue. I mean, yeah, I got the auto steer. I'm still going to use the markers to a point, but I completely forgot to put the marker down, thinking I was on the end row, you know, the second end row. You don't need to do it. No, I really should have done it. I'm going to come back there and plant there anyways. Alright. Now for the fun end rows. Wide open again. Get the marker down. Still not used to that width, man. I think I'm going off of the cultivator. I mean, it was beat into my head with the cultivator so bad. Because that's all I ever ran with Dad, too. I never got to run the planter. Well, I can't say that. I got to run the planter, but, I mean, like, come on. I went 2 rounds. 2 short rounds. With him standing at the end, staring at me. So, yeah, it's like, no, we are just going to end up figuring this all out again. I think I lifted a little too late there, but not terrible. Alright. Haha. Maybe. Maybe not. Now this is the one corner I'm going to round off. Right next to the terrace. Because I want to be able to see those rows turn. So when I'm coming up, I'm not just blindsided and all of a sudden dead. I gotta lift up that marker. Need to be getting a little closer. I mean, it is soybeans. I really don't know how I'm going to end up doing all these terraces. Maybe right in there? Okay. Glad I can bring you guys along for my problem solving on the fly. It is soybeans, so therefore I'm not terribly concerned at how I'm going to combine it. It is just a matter of get everything planted. Ooh, I'm way off. Well, I'm going to live with it because I'm not going back and interplanting that. This one just gets so tight down in here. I don't know how this one's going to play out either. And I forgot to set the marker down. Well then, we are kind of just going to plant whatever we plant down here, huh guys? Oh, excuse me, ladies. Alright, set her down. It's a little wide there. Dang it, if I wouldn't have been so wide on the other one, I could have came back and it would have just been about 6 rows rather than a full 12. Like I said, I didn't put my marker down, so we are completely missing that. Which, I guess I didn't really plan on coming up to it. I don't know. I'll figure this stuff out sooner or later. But either way, I had to come back and interplant. So since we don't have row shut off, we're just going to plant all 12 rows. It'll be interplant. I'm really actually glad that I decided to do soybeans first. Because you don't have to really, yeah, it's going to be a lot of plants and population right in here. I fully understand that of it. We might not as get much yield out of it because you kind of suffocate in each plant. But we can harvest it any direction. Doesn't matter. It is not corn. Now, if I mess this up in corn, it would definitely be chopped. I would not fight through something like this at all. But I'll probably narrow these up when I go to corn. I didn't realize Dad had them out that far. And then I took a little bit more being greedy when I shouldn't have. And or just looking at my phone type thing. Shh. I didn't say that. This one... Oh boy. Let's go like this. I'm going to cut this one off. Right in here. Get that marker down. It's going down. We're in the grass a little bit, but it's alright. We'll survive. Good. Well, this is what I was kind of wondering when I get to the end of this one. I'm not sure. Not sure at all. I wonder if we can catch... Oh, that ain't too bad. We'll just catch straight rows with it. Section it off. I like that. That worked better than I thought it would. Don't have my second end row in here yet. Crank her around. Markers down. Good. Like I said, I'm just marking the edges to make sure my GPS is going to be as close as possible. And then again, I don't have the adaptive curve GPS, so I do need it here and there. But I think we're getting, yeah, that would be almost right into the grass, so I can pull that marker up. Now you guys got to remember, when you do sharp curved turns like this, you're not going off of where the tractor's at, you're going off of where the planter's at. Looks like I matched it pretty darn close. I'm going to have to implant that a little ways. So maybe I should drag this out into my straight rows a little. I don't know. I always second guess myself, but I am getting way too far away. I should have put that marker down again, guys. Looks good, hopefully. Where does my marker come back into play? Maybe there will be just one little strip right here in the center that I gotta come back and hit. Yep. Before I forget about it, I better back up and get it. Still not going to get it all, am I? But we're just going to leave it. Not going to waste that much more on the seeds of it. Those little areas where I already double planted will take care of it, right? Well, ladies, what can I say? I mean, there you go. Yeah, planner worked great. We struggled like no other doing those end rows. And I'm going to get this thing cranked around to do this last end row. But I got to walk home and get the truck, trailer, seed, and everything. So I suppose I'll end the episode right here. Why not? I'll end the episode with reloading the planter, and yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Till next time.